Okay, we'll call this meeting to order. All three commissioners are present. Notice this meeting was properly posted on May 18th, 2020. Commissioner Mullen, you're going to lead us in the prayer and pledge.
Yep. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to get together and preside over the people's business. We'll ask that your guiding hand be with us as we try to make critical decisions that affect the public. We'll ask that your safety be on all the citizens and particularly the employees of Oklahoma County as they are on the front lines doing the people's business. In your name, amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, item 1, I think is kind of moot because we're all here in person. So unless somebody sees a need to do that, I would suggest we just move on to the second item. With item 2, this is approval of minutes of 2 meetings, both our last regular meeting on May 13th and the special meeting on the 15th. Is there a motion?
I move we approve our minutes.
Second. Okay. Now are we doing this on the machines? We're doing it okay, so all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, the consent agenda, which is items 3 through 14.
I move we approve our consent items.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, departmental items. Item 15, District 1.
This is just an item to allow posters to be hung for a court reporting training program. Posters in the courthouse and the annex. And I believe the poster is attached. Would you like to come up and speak?
My name is Melissa, and I'm for requesting that this is the poster. It's a free 6-week program trying to get people involved in court reporting, and we're going to do it online so we can do it safely from home. And I'm just requesting approval for the annex and the metro project.
Okay.
I will move approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 16, District 2.
This is just a agreement between the city of Choctaw and us to repair a circle drive in Choctaw not to exceed $20,000. I'll move the item.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Item 17.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this was just I thought a safe precaution for all those requests. I don't know about the two of you, but I've been receiving numerous requests from all walks of life who would like to have part of the $47 million that the federal government has given us through the CARES Act, and that would just make it that regardless where the request came from, it would first go to the district attorney so that we're not considering anything that would be illegal to consider in the first place. Because there are a number of laws, as I understand it, both at the federal and state level that might preclude us, even if we are just acting as a conduit pass-through.
Questions?
I do think that this, given the guideline that we created to have resolutions like this go through committee, I do think it would be good to have this go through policy and governance before we consider it, since that's our guideline that we're trying to follow.
Okay.
Was that a motion?
I will move that item 17 goes to, do you think policy and governance is appropriate?
If you do.
Okay. Do you have any comments, Mr. DA?
Commissioner, I was here to provide information only.
Okay.
If requested on the agenda item, but since the agenda item is not being discussed, I don't know if it's appropriate for me to provide that information at this time.
I guess my only question would be, are there any items being considered for expenditure before that got brought back to us? Either of you have something on tap before next week?
Meaning if policy and governance takes this proposed resolution up,
I would assume they could have it back to us next Wednesday.
Well, I don't mind sharing that I don't plan to approve any expenditures at 47 million in the next week or few weeks. I think it's something we need to be very deliberative about. So that my basic answer to that question would be no. I certainly wouldn't want to rush into expenditures on that.
Well, I mean, we all got a letter from Congresswoman Horn today, so I didn't know if that was prompting something that was going to be asked of us to consider before this was. That was my concern. Okay.
And I think if you all do have copies of that letter, I think we probably need to move to receive that. Do you all have copies of it?
No. And I don't know that that's
Not on the agenda.
It's really not on the agenda or relevant to, well, I won't say it's not relevant, but it's not required in order to deal with either your motion or the agenda item. So we have a motion to move this item to refer it to policy and governance.
Correct.
Second.
Okay. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you.
Chair,
Yes.
I will provide this information, which is not specific to the substance of the motion per se. But if we are requested by this body to review any matters like this that may come before you for determination as to whether it will fall within the confines of the CARES Act, we're more than happy to do that.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Item 18 is mine. I'll explain that one. So rather than hire additional staff to take care of some things that we need some additional assistance on at our downtown staff, we are hoping to contract with Veritas Strategies, a locally owned social media consultant at the rate of $3,000 a month to assist us in doing that. So this will save the taxpayers money from having to pay for retirement or other benefits in lieu of hiring someone to do it. So be happy to answer any questions.
Move the item.
I see that I have no issue with this. We have Anna, she helps us with this. I think this is going to be very helpful for you, but I see the contract here. There isn't a lot of detail. I think there were some questions floating around regarding, it says social media and email services. Does the contract need to have any more detail included in it?
No, it doesn't. And the most of our contracts, if you look at them, don't go into great depth about what that is. That's what, they'll be doing is basically, communications to our constituents and things like that. So, well, I'll second the item. Is there any further discussion? Okay, we'll call the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you. Okay, item 19, facilities.
Good morning. Item 19 is a contract between the BOCC and Kone, our elevator repair provider, for the repair of secured elevators in the jail, adult detention center, pursuant to a flood that happened in January. The secured elevator number 2 to be repaired at a cost of $141,183. The same for elevator number 3. Clean and remediate in the elevator pits, $22,744.65. Clean the hoistways top to bottom at $69,875 for a total of $374,988.
Move the item.
And it's my understanding that a lot of the funds for this are coming from our insurance claims.
That's correct.
Okay. I bet our sheriff's office is very excited about this. Okay. I will second the motion.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, item 20 is our claims.
Move the claims.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 21 is the blanket purchase orders.
I move we approve our blankets unless there's no changes.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And item 22, purchasing.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is a recommendation for CW 21017 for exterminating services. For this, it's a 12-month bid, and we received 3 bids on this. I'm recommending we award the vendors that were lowest per line item, and we have several locations that this pertains to. And that will be to Allstate Termite and Pest Solutions, Duncan Pest Control, and RIT Pest and Weed Control.
Does they accept the recommendation of the purchasing agent?
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson. Okay, Commissioner comments, District 1.
Thank you, everyone who are wearing masks and staying safe. Thank you, Mr. Barnes, for your continued work on our emergency response committee. I think everyone's doing a wonderful job, so thank you.
District 2.
Nothing.
And from my standpoint, not only to echo those thanks, but really to our whole county workforce for a great job. I'm taking some adjustment, I know, from some people, but thanks again to Rich Stewart here with IT, to you and Dane for making it possible for people to telecommute during this time, and we appreciate everybody's flexibility and continued productivity in serving the taxpayers during this time. Okay, is there any new business? Okay, is there a motion to recess into executive session?
I move we enter into executive session.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're in recess.
PBA, there's a scrivener's error, it's $10,000, there's scrivener's error, it's just on item 4 of PBA. You want me to bring it to you?
No, I'll just leave it here.
Yeah, it's a scrivener's error.
It should be,
$10,000.
that is 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just on the attachment.
Right.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, is there a motion to return from executive session?
I move we return.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion on item 24?
On item 24, I move that we approve our DA's office to enter into bids.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, stick around for Public Buildings Authority. Okay, we'll call this meeting to order. All three Commissioner trustees are present. Notice meeting was properly posted on May 18th, 2020. Item 1, I think, is moot because we were all here in person. If somebody disagrees, then we'll move on to item 2, which is the approval of the minutes from our May 13th meeting. Is there a motion?
I move we approve our minutes.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 3, cash appropriation for PBA Lincoln for $1,700. Well, go ahead.
Just,
Why don't you go ahead, if you want to explain all these, and then we'll just...
just these items 3, 4, and 5 are cash fund appropriations. Item 3, $1,700 in Lincoln to see us through the end of the fiscal year. Item 4, $10,000 for the ICB to see us through the end of the fiscal year. Item number 5 is deposited into PBA reserve. Now, I want to point out that the associated paperwork prepared is incorrect. There is a scrivener's error there. Resolution number 2020-1960 for the $1,700 amount, and also 2020-1961, the $10,000 figure is incorrect, and I talked to Danny Lambert, and these will be corrected.
So the numbers that are in the agenda are correct, but the numbers on the attachments are not.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Then item 3, is there a motion?
I move we approve item 3 with the adjustments that Mr. Monroe mentioned.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 4.
I move we approve item 4 with the adjustments Mr. Monroe made.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 5.
And I move we approve item 5 with any adjustments that Mr. Monroe had to make.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, item 6, Commissioner Bloomer, this is identical, I think, to your item in BOCC.
Correct. This just allows the port reporting program to display flyers in the ICB and metro parking, so I will move approval.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And item 7 is our claims.
I move we approve our claims.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any board comments? Seeing none, is there any new business? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Okay.
Fine.